So then the guard is like, wait a second, is he dead? So Michonne is running out on foot, slicing zombies, gets out of Woodbury, and is escaping and stuff. Later the next day, she's still on foot, and she finds the helicopter, the broken down helicopter. As soon as she gets there, Rick shows up with a rifle, and he's like, Michonne, hey, what's up, how's it going? And so then he, Rick is like, so, did you kill the governor? Like, what happened? You just left us back there. You were like, hey, I'm just gonna go and, hunt after the governor. I'll come back with you later. So, she just left on her own, so, that's weird. So then, she, just points out, wait a second, what are you talking about? What? So then he's like, did you kill him? Kill the governor? Kill, what? What are you talking about? So Michonne is a little, she hasn't been normal since day one, but that's interesting. She doesn't remember what she just did. Maybe she's blocking it out because of how sad it was. Not really sure. Lots of stuff go on in the human mind. So they're continuing on foot. Glenn and Rick are going to watch over her because it's a little different. A little weird. Alice is, getting over Stephen's death because, well, they were the only nice people and they got along very well at Woodbury. So, I mean, it's kind of sad when he died. Martinez talks to them about who he was. He was a gym teacher. It was very sad when he watched all of his students die in the school. He was the only one who escaped. Seems like a good pal, So, continuing along, Michonne kills several zombies. They get attacked by zombies. It's an intense fight. Lots of shooting and stuff. Killing a whole bunch of zombies, trying to escape out of there. Rick isn't really the best fighter because, he's got one hand and he's a righty, not a lefty, and he lost his right hand. They're killing zombies and stuff. They gotta escape out of the woods quickly. Run, come on, let's get the frick out of here. So finally, there's lots of zombies after them. They're running for their lives. They find the broken down car. They eventually push it out, and they start driving away. So they're safe now. So they get to say hi, what's up, how's it going? They talk over names that they gave the zombies. They call them roamers and lurkers because it seems like there are two different types of zombies. Lurkers are the ones that, roamers are the ones that just kind of walk around, do their own thing. If you piss them off, then they'll come after you. The lurkers are the ones that seem to hide and then hunt after you, sort of. So that's what they see, but whatever. So it's like, oh, well, so we got to get back to the prison before... Stop the car! Oh, frick, what? He gets out and he's crying. It doesn't look good. We look. Oh, my God. Zombies every frickin' where. Every corner of the prison. That's not good. So it looks like the zombies broke in when Tyrese got back at the end of Volume 5. That sucks. Zombies everywhere. Just hundreds of them. Sucks terribly. Drink of water. So then Glenn immediately realizes, oh no, Maggie! So he gets in the car and zooms right into the prison. Not the smartest thing. He ends up crashing right into the wall. Not very smart of him, but, he's going after Maggie. So he's unconscious in the car. They're saving his life, kicking A. Martinez is killing lots of zombies. So is Alice. Killing lots of zombies. Rick accidentally trips on something. He looks down, and oh my God. A picture right there. That is Otis. If you remember Otis, he's dead. Okay, well, see ya, Otis. So they're killing more zombies and stuff. They get over, and all of a sudden, Andrea and Dale pop out of the RV that was in the middle of the gateway. That's what broke down the gates and stuff. And they're alive, holy crap. So Dale points out, well, they all broke in and stuff. I know everyone else tried to hide in the prison. I saw Herschel get bitten. Crap. I saw Otis get killed. That's all I know right now. Ah, crap. But we'll deal with that later. We're killing zombies and stuff. Andrea gets to meet Martinez. How's it going? They're still killing hundreds of zombies. They have to kill all the zombies, take care of them. They get Glenn out of there. He woke up and stuff. He's back to normal, but, they're killing zombies and stuff. So then Rick, is trying to open the door. He says, open up, and then Herschel is there. Herschel, opens the door. Holy crap, Rick! And he has a little cast on his arm. That's not good. So they get inside, and they close the door, and they're like, oh, what happened? Oh, well, the zombies got in and stuff. Oh, man, you were bitten, Dale said. And Herschel points out, nah, I just got some friendly fire. I'm not bit. So, whew, thought Herschel was going to die, but he didn't. Yay. So then Carl runs out, Daddy, yay, they get to see each other again. But then he immediately sees the the absence of his hand, and it's like, holy crap, Dad, what happened to you? Oh, I lost a hand, you know, it was an accident. It's just a big boo-boo. So, like, alright, we gotta clear out this prison now, and Tyrese immediately just says, you know what? No, you are handicapped, you just risked your life again, you worried your wife, you're gonna stay in here and do nothing. Don't make me knock you out, boy. So, yes, sir. So they're going outside to clear out the prison. Several days later, they've killed all the zombies, they're burning the bodies and stuff. Glenn and Maggie are getting along very well, but immediately Glenn hears them burning the bodies, and it's like, wait, hold on. He runs outside, and he says, don't burn any of the women. Okay, but whatever. So, that's weird. Alice is checking Lori. Everything seems fine. She's happy to be in the prison. Seems like a very nice place. Everyone is very nice. There's an infirmary in the prison, so she'll be getting that ready for the birth, which is actually very soon. She's really, you know, getting big down there in the stomach area. Michonne is talking to herself some more, talking about what she did. Apparently she remembers it. Andrea watches her and stuff, you know, stuff like that. Glenn is searching through the bodies, and all of a sudden he finds what he was looking for, and hello, found a ring. And hello, what does he want the ring for? So then Carl is walking around like, wait a second, are all the zombies dead? And Rick points out, yes, we are safe. We are safe now. So, you know, everyone's just, you know, heck of a day, you know, heck of a couple days. So, you know, everything's back to normal. Rick points out, hey, where did Martinez go? And Tyrese says, oh, I think he went inside. We haven't seen him in a couple hours. And it's like, a couple hours? But I was inside the entire time. I would have seen him. Oh, crap. So then immediately he shouts out a couple exclamations and drives the RV out of there and tells them that Martinez is gone. He's heading back to Woodbury to tell everyone where they are, so then they can all the mean Woodbury people can get to the prison and kill everybody. So Martinez was never good all along. He was watching him the entire time. He seemed too nice. Was watching to see if he left any traces, you know, trails. And he realized that Martinez left to go get people back. So he gets in the RV, drives off alone. Glenn and Carl is talking with Tyrese and is asking if his dad loves him because he keeps on leaving. And Tyrese just says, you know what? Every time he leaves just so he can protect you and Lori. You and your mom, alright? He does love you very much. So Tyrese is being a good person. So, driving off, and Rick was right. There's Martinez. Martinez didn't know the area very well, and the only way he knew back to Woodbury was the way they went, so Rick had no difficulty catching up to him. So Rick sees him, and he rams right into him with the RV. No slowing down, no trying to stop him, just ram right into him. So Glenn is on, Martinez is on the ground, he grabs out a pistol. Fricker, I'm gonna kill you, but Rick goes over and kicks the gun out of his hand. They talk to each other, and he points out, you were gonna get those mean Woodbury people over here to kill us? They're psychos. So then he says, you know what? They're good people. They deserve this. You have plenty of room and stuff. And Rick says, you know what? You guys are animals. You people are sick. He starts choking him. And then all of a sudden, and he's really angry. He's really, really freaking angry. The darkness in his eyes. He's very, very angry. But then all of a sudden, he stops choking. Martinez stopped moving. He stands up. He murdered Martinez. It was a good thing, you know, it was for a good cause to protect people, but he just murdered Martinez. That's his second murder now. First it was Dexter, and now it's Martinez. Rick is changing. Rick is definitely changing. He went from a cop that, you know, was very good with the law to murdering people to keep his people safe. That's a little different. So Lori isn't really worried about him anymore. She just figures, hey, you know what? He's lived for a long time. Every time he leaves, he comes back, you know, fine and stuff, you know. Carl and Sophie are still getting along, but, you know, they're starting to get a little angry at each other. Not really sure why. They're little kids. Glenn walks over to Herschel and points out the ring. And immediately Herschel just says, yes, you can marry my daughter. You can marry her. I know that you'll keep her safe. Just keep her safe. Keep her alive. You people were meant for each other. So it's very happy. He's happy. Axel and Tyrese are throwing the bodies into the fire, burning them and stuff. They look back, and hello, here comes Rick. The RV is a little dented, and he just points out, Martinez is, I stopped him. He just says that I stopped him. And so Tyrese gets the point that he killed him. So, immediately, or no, not immediately, but Maggie, Glenn basically just asked her to marry him, and she said yes. So, they're gonna get married. They're very happy. Yay! Rick is, actually very upset over what he did. He realizes that he just killed a dude today, and, he's talking with Lori, and he's just like, you know what? I've changed over these past several months. I mean, I went from a cop to murdering people and stuff. I mean, it's very different. And I would murder everyone in this entire prison if I knew that it would keep you and Carl safe. And so they're just talking over, like, you know, does that make me evil? Because he kind of feels remorse for, you know, he's killing people. So then they don't really know, but it's just kind of weird. So Rick is talking with everyone the next day in the cafeteria, pointing out that these bad people are going to get here eventually. And they're psychos. We don't know when, that we don't know if the governor's dead or not, but it might be weeks, could be months, we don't know. But when they get here, we better be ready. So, has a little da-da-da ending to it. So yeah, that's the end of Volume 6, This Sorrowful Life. Volume 7 will be out in a couple days. And yeah, see you guys later.